Golf fanatics and degenerates, it's iPod Todd here bringing you another expert model on the Fantasy Fanatics. Before we dive into this week, let's discuss what happened last week. What another amazing major. I mean, I'm just thrilled with how these majors have been going, growing up. I do miss Tiger a little, but, so many of these were just blowouts, and there wasn't much action. Or, you weren't too thrilled to Sunday. He had such a lead on Saturday that it didn't really matter. But I mean, the last couple have just been amazing. And I had even with Garcia winning, it cost me a few hundred in profit, but had a lot was on Rose. Rose was my one and done pick, but just happy for Sergio. We've talked about him on here. We've talked about him in the article, and it's nice to see him get the major monkey off his back. And if you look at the leaderboard, most of them we probably discussed here on the model video or in my article if you've been reading those. So it's nice to see a lot of those guys show up on the leaderboard, including Thomas Peters. We've got to look out for him upcoming. Could be a real threat here at the U.S. Open with the length of the course. I had a pretty decent week, back on track in cash games. Pretty much swept first, second, third place in all of them, and pretty decent. Little profit in the million acre return on 10 lineups, and then some other stuff did pretty well. Won on all 4 sites. Other than that, just finished up a lineup, building the lineup on Draft. I don't know if you guys checked that out, but it's pretty cool site. And the DK weekend thing was pretty fun. Was leading that one for a little bit on the $5 single entry. But I mean, just everything happens so fast that you get wiped away pretty quick. But I had a decent return with the just played one lineup and cashed in a couple of the GPPs and had a okay return. But let's get on to this week. European Tour's back after a what I'm going to call spring break. A lot of guys played in the WGCs or the the Masters. Now we're back in Morocco at Trophee Hassan. It's at the Royal Golf Dar es Salaam, and it's a pretty unique course because it's going to par 73 with 5 par 5, 7,615 yards. So, I think distance is going to be a plus here. The course hasn't been used that much on the European Tour. Last year they used it. It was played at a par 72. And then I believe in 2010 they also split the course between the blue and the red course, and so the scores were a lot higher. The shorter, easier course being played also. All right, let's go down, take a look in the model here, and got it sorted by DK price right now. And I always forget at the end to remind you guys, but just subscribe on the YouTube, and then you get the email or the models directly sent to you, the video. So first up, we got the Dutch Master, Juice Luton. He's back. He played in the WGC Mexico. 25th place. That's a pretty decent finish for a really tough field there. Doesn't really have the driving distance we're looking for, but probably has the class of the field. Dean Burmeister coming off that win in South Africa. Definitely cut maker and can go low. But I don't think you're going to need that here. You got the defending champion Wang coming back from the Masters. Kind of played him a little bit at the Masters. That might have been my one downfall on my Millie Maker teams. Maybe had a little too much exposure of him. And, he played, I believe, the first 9 on both days at even par and just blew up on the back. And, learning experience for these young guys. So hopefully he'll get a chance to go back there. Brandon Stone, pretty high price, but decent talent. Jordan Smith, I think he's going to be my one pretty much GPP go-to guy this week. This tournament seems to produce first-time winners, and he won 3 times last year on the Challenge Tour. Maybe, I don't want more than that, but was the leading point getter, and definitely been playing well this year. Alexander Levy, bomber. Definitely think you can get him in this week. Campillo down there. A little bit of Spanish pickup with the Sergio win. Always a cut maker. He missed the cut last out, but it was a pretty crazy Hero Indian Open tournament. Tough course. Langasque is next. Definitely get him in some of your lineups. James Morrison, he was playing well before the break, so hopefully he can pick it up. Victor Dubuisson, he's been out for a while, so we don't have too much stats on him, but he was a top 50 player in the world not too far back. So definitely think if he can regain that form, he could pop up this week. David Horsey, good on the greens. Michael Lorenzo Vieira, he's the bomber I was thinking about. Levy's a pretty decent player, but I think I'm going to go with the more distance here. Miko Koren, he's actually coming up number 3 ranked in my model. He's playing a lot better, so his price has increased a lot. I played him a lot last year, and he was low 6. Now he's creeping up towards the 8. Alexander Bjork, he's in my Swedish play of the week, my Viking blood. He just faltered last out, and I think he probably learned a lot from that. Definitely could pick it up and win one of these. Pep Ingles, another Spanish player. He's been playing well lately. Definitely think he has a chance this week. Couple more guys down here. Scott Jameson, I thought I had him clicked, but definitely he's been playing pretty good. Carlos Pigam, another Spanish player. Same with Nacho Elvira. He finished second last year in the playoffs, so I kind of like that when guys finish second. They seem to come back and play well the next year. They know how to get it done. They're just one putt away or one missed drive away from winning that. Chris Hansen, the Englishman, he's always making cuts, so definitely cash viable this week, as in most weeks. Shinkwin, another guy, young Englishman. Definitely think he GPP flyer, can bomb it out there. Played well here last year. He's going to have a little more course experience than a lot of these guys. Jensen, talked about him a few weeks back. Another guy can get it out there. And that's about it. We don't have a lot of data on a lot of these players, but I think if you just stick to the guys the guys that we've talked about that won us some money in the past, can definitely turn you a profit this week. Definitely play, because there's probably going to be some dead money in there as people get on the Masters and they play, and they got a little bit extra, they get a little return. They're going to want to put something in. Hey, it's Easter weekend, be up in the morning, why not put something in on the European Tour too? So definitely don't shy away this week, but be playing some cash and GPPs. And it's nice that we have more than one site to play on. I'm mostly play on DraftKings, but I haven't ventured out to the other sites, and have been enjoying it. FanDuel a little less. It's tough to pick those guys that are gonna, I guess, choke on the weekend, as they want to call it. But nonetheless, it's fun. So good luck this week. Hope you guys do well.